Hey, welcome back. This is round 3 of the Brunswick Dirt Riders Association's Hare Scramble series. There's Lance and I on the line. We're getting ready to go in the intermediate class, and we're off. Well, I'm off a little bit slow, and frankly, both myself and Lance got a pretty slow start here, but knowing Lance is going to get to the front pretty quick, I try to tuck in behind him. Don't make it. I think I shifted a gear high here, and you'll hear it. Yep. That's probably 3rd or 4th gear, I don't know. Anyway, it's a rough start in here. This is great. And only someone on a dirt bike would say rough start and great in the same sentence and really mean it. Up here in a second, Darcy's going to get hooked up in a tree, so I'm going to improve my position by 1 right there. And yeah, we're just trying to get the pack shaken out. This is something I really got to work on after watching this video, is those quick starts and being able to jackrabbit out and try and get a position and then hold it. Everyone's kind of in the same mindset and coming out of the gates hard. This intermediate class is getting really competitive and quite fast. I thought I had come quite a ways this year in my riding and was feeling fairly confident that I would at least come close to top 10. I didn't come close to top 10. Don't know where I came, but I'm pretty sure I'm not anywhere near the top 10. So in a second here, you're going to see those bikes in front of me just kind of pull away and disappear. And that's me just regrouping, and what I should have done was just stay throttled down and try and stay with them and let them pull me along. This is where it started to unravel a little bit for me, and my confidence got a bit shaken, but I kept pushing anyway. Yep, and there they go, disappearing in front of me. So I should have pushed a little bit harder to stay with them and tried to hold that pace, but again, it's coming down to fitness, where your skills improve and that can cover you off for a little bit of the fitness delta, but you really got to stay on your game, and especially with this class getting so much faster and me getting much older. Trying to feel out the track and figure out the lines, but that's another area. That long straight, I should have just been pinning it and then hammering the brakes before I ducked into the woods. I'm holding a good pace through the woods, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'll apologize up front right now for the strobe photography kind of effect of the sunlight kind of coming through the trees. Not much I can do about it. I could put a filter on the camera, but then you'd be looking through sunglasses for the rest of the race. So try to blink in unison with the light blinks. That's all I can advise. And right there, you see that bad line choice? I went right, there's a clean line to the left, but once I did it, it just kind of imprinted in my mind, and I kept doing it until I forced myself to go left. And there was a number of spots like that, so yet another thing to work on. Better line choice and reacting faster. No idea who that was, so my apologies. I usually try and capture a number plate, and then I try and link that back to the registration or the final score. But scoring's not out yet. The poor volunteers are trying to sort out a few irregularities and make it fair for everyone. So they're working hard and have been since the end of this race about a week ago now. This new section's pretty rough in here, and as a testament to that, we're about to come up on Trevor. There's Trevor. Trevor's riding in the plus 40, just the best kind of people, and he got bounced off the track there, but he ran a good race, and he said he felt really good at the end of the race, like he could have kept going a few more laps. Yeah, reminding myself to breathe. I'm just trying to catch my breath, recenter myself, and get back on pace because I'm going a little bit slow right now. Just a little more speed and I wouldn't have to lug the living shit out of this poor bike. Good thing it's a 300.
Okay, you gotta slow the fuck your breathing down.
Yeah, that's, well, it's not positive self-talk, but you know what? It has the same effect. Slow your breathing down, get a little control, and ride on. But one of the things here, and there's always so many lessons to be learned when you're out racing, is I need to run these downhills a little bit cleaner, a little bit faster, like just take advantage of gravity. Like, worst case, I'll get to the bottom fast and crash and pick up the bike and go again. I'll probably be faster than the pace I'm going. Might be onto something with that. So maybe some more body armor and just take the crash, pick the bike up and go again.
Oh shit.
Another bad line choice. I should have taken the low line down to the right and avoided those roots, which are angled downhill and would have slipped me off because I'm not going fast enough to skip over them. But here I get on the throttle a bit more. And then I lose it. And then I get back on it. So there's a couple rev bombs, let me know there's somebody behind me, so over that log and around this corner, and that will give me a spot to let them by. And it's not just one bike, it's 4 bikes, and I feel like I've just been beaten up by the school bully and had my lunch money taken.
Go, go, go! Get him!
So going by me was Phil on bike 209, Austin on 218, and Lucas on 74, followed by Ben on 240. And I've got to figure out a better way to let people by that are faster than me, and also get more confident at passing people that I'm just slightly faster than. I know it's frustrating when you come up behind somebody and you're trying to stay on pace, and it's really frustrating to stop and let bikes go by because then you're completely off pace. So somewhere in there, there's a good balance where you might come to a spot like this where there's multiple lines. Choose your line as the front running bike and let everyone else figure it out, and if they really want by, they'll have to take the risk and pin it and get by. Alright, letting those bikes by, that was a bit of a stinger, and that is just not me to give up and roll over, so I'm going to have to play the long game here. Unfortunately for me, I'm probably 30 years older than every one of those riders, if not more, and the long game's not going to play in my favor, so maybe I need to think in the intermediate game and focus on the next year and the fitness and the riding styles that I'm doing, change up my recreational rides when it gets on the race season next year, and start racing hard on my off time, kind of like Nick and Jay and Ray and those guys are doing. They're pushing hard, and it really shows out on the track. They're wicked fast. Not sure what happened there. There's Phil, he's offline, and he's got to work his way under that tape, but he's going to catch up and get by again, and he's going to catch up to that group of riders that went by me, stole my lunch money, and I'm still in the chase trying to catch up to them to get it back.
Go, go!
And there's Phil going by again. He's not going to give up his share of my lunch money, so he's back in the running. I'm still trying to catch up to try and get a little of my lunch money back so I don't go hungry, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Yeah, I don't know what those noises were, but they sounded like weakness leaving the body, so we'll just get on with it. And right here is why I need to learn to jump with some confidence, because I put the nose in because I can chop the throttle and stall the bike, so I bang my chest off the bars twice. Though I do get around Aaron, he's not in my class, and every time I roll over that little ditch in the next 4 laps, I slow down and roll it when it's clearly an easy jump. And so to fix that, I went to a motocross track yesterday, but I'll talk about that later.
Alright, you gotta relax.
Yep. So I got a little spun up about almost crashing there, and again, this is still the first lap as you're tracking, and this section here actually becomes really fast. But again, if I could read the trail a little bit better, look a little further down the line, I would be going a lot faster right now. And that's kind of the tale of every time I come to Hartsville, just figuring out these straight lines and going fast, because it is a fast track, and if I had a little bit more skill in braking and cornering and a little bit more confidence going downhill, I'd turn in a lot better times.
Smooth is fast.
The whole saying is slow is smooth, smooth is fast. But I'm trying to leave out the slow part, and because I'm taking care of it right now, I'm doing the slow part. I'm just looking forward to the fast part. Right now I'm trying to chase down Corey on bike 555. He is not in my class, he's in the plus 40 as well, and I do chase him down, and he gives me a pass coming up here when we get in the open, but he discovers my kryptonite, which again is jumping the bike. So I let him know I'm back there with a couple rev bombs. He acknowledges by doing a shoulder check, and he's going to give me some space to get by here, but I'm sure he's thinking in his head, well, just go by if you're in such a rush, but here's my kryptonite. I do get by, and I think Corey did it right. He held his line, held his pace, didn't put himself out of the race to stop and let people by, but was still kind enough to give me space to get around. So thanks very much for that, Corey. You answered a good question for me on how it should be done, and you also gave me space to get by. So not to waste the opportunity that Corey's given me, I gotta get around Mike. Mike's just in front of me, and I'm gonna get around him just after the checkpoint. Then I'm gonna have to chase down Dean and get around Dean. None of those improve my positions because those guys are all in the plus 40 class, and the kids with my lunch money, I think they're long gone and they've spent it. When I throw these videos up, I try and give you a complete lap of a race so that anyone who was there can relate, and they can see the terrain that they were on as well. They can relate to the struggles and the challenges and the lessons that I'm trying to learn. And for those that didn't come out, they can see what it's all about, and maybe be encouraged to try and come out and throw down for a race, because it is all for fun. And this race reminded me of that. Not to take myself too seriously. For sure, challenge myself, push hard, challenge the other guys around me to give them a good race, and remember to have fun. So if you're thinking about racing, definitely do it. The next race coming up is going to be in Riverglade, and that's probably 2 weeks out from the date that I post. I think it's on 24 September, so if you're thinking about it, come on out and give it a try.
333! 333!